Alright, for all those guys that have these small terrariums or small tarantula homes or small lizard tanks, and you don't want to damage your lid with a remote sensor or a rock heater, you can drill a hole through the glass. It's not that hard. You just got to go really slow, and you got to keep it wet and cool and keep your RPMs down. So we're gonna attempt to do that for you guys. Hopefully you can see this. Can you see it on there, Joe? Yeah. Hold it up here too. All right, don't move. Now getting started is, you know, one of the harder parts. You got to push it more because that's, you have to get that little part started where the drill will stay put. You got to hold it more steady. Push it. Don't let it push you. Almost. There we go. And once it makes that noise, I don't know if you guys can hear that, then it's in. And you want to wet it. I keep a wet paper towel up top here, and I just dip it in there and wet it. Now once it's making that noise, you want to go easy to get started. You know, you keep your RPMs down. You don't want high RPMs. And what's going to happen is it's going to start to make like a mud putty out of the water and the glass. Make sure you keep your drill bit straight. A lot of guys think that you want to keep it wet, but you don't. You want to take it from wet to dry, back to wet again. And this way you're getting your best bite out of it. So you don't want to heat it up, but at the same token, you really don't want it sopping wet because it doesn't really bite so great. These take a while to drill. Hold it tighter than that. That sound you hear, the squeak, that's the glass, and that's like when it's cutting the best right then. Because you can see the white powder falling on the glass right now. You want to egg out your hole, like make your drill go around a little bit, make sure you're getting a nice round hole, and then go back to center. Alright, now we're going to wet the drill. Can you see the drill up there getting wet? Okay, now the drill is nice and sopping wet. We're going to go back in. Bump up the RPMs in the beginning, dry out some of the water. Okay, you can hear it starting to dry out. Lower your RPMs a little. Wet your bit. Go back in. Don't move. You're letting it move. Don't let it move. Slow your RPMs down. Wet your bit. Start again. The biggest mistake guys make is they try to rush this process. Is it still in the video? Good focus. Back your RPMs down. As the hole gets bigger, the blade cuts more of the glass at once. Got to be real careful because when the hole gets out close to the edge, that's when it's going to bite. So when the hole starts to get out to the edge of the bit, that's when it's going to bite the glass and break it. That's when you have to be really careful. Okay, wet your bit. Start again. Don't let the tank move. Okay? Everybody can make it through without stopping for a break. Just for the video's sake. And we're well through this. The tip's coming out the other side. It looks like smoke, but it's not smoke, it's dust. The bit's cold to the touch right now. Please don't let the tank move. Wet the bit. Alright, we'll be right back. I'm going to wipe this mess up. Pause it. Alright, we're back. We cleaned up the mess. You can see the hole's the same size. We haven't drilled anymore. Now we're going to continue on. Hopefully we'll be lucky in about 4 minutes. The other thing is you don't want to push real hard. That's key to doing this. Let the drill do the work. Push ever so slightly. Voila! Now the idea here is, probe please, don't pause it, probe. Probe, the probe on the floor. Okay, the idea here is that you have to pick your bit and your hole size based on the probe, and obviously you want to get the smallest probe possible to make this job easy. And there you go. You can now bury your sensor or do whatever you want with your sensor inside the tank, and you didn't ruin your lid, and it doesn't get in the way every time you try to open your tank up. And you can. What I do is I hot glue the wire to a popsicle stick, and then push the popsicle stick in the ground, and put this about 1 inch off the ground, you know, for like spider height. Okay, everybody. So there's how you drill through an aquarium, and you don't mess up your top later. All right, our Smithy's back where she belongs. As you can see, the sensor goes in the ground right there, and there's the thermometer. They're not exactly synced up yet, but I'm working on it. And then you can see that the wire goes out the back of the tank. The sensor wire goes out the back of the tank. There. So, this means that I don't interfere with the operation of the lid at all. And works out good. Here's the baby. She walled herself in again for some reason. So we could see her in there earlier today, but I haven't looked for her. Anyway, there's the sensor wire, thermometer, and it goes up to the hole in the back right there, and then it goes, you know, to the controls, which I actually have two of these. One's here. Here's the set point, set for 81 degrees. Now, I haven't really got them to work with the thermometers yet, and we're just starting out, so that's why they're so low right now. They're both set to 81. See, that's how you set it. You just press it and then pick a temperature and set it. These are really good. They're made by Hydro Farm. The reason I picked them was because they had the smallest possible sensor for getting a hole through the glass, you know, because you really want a small sensor for that. You know, I mean, you know, you don't want to have to drill a bigger hole than necessary. So that's the smallest one I could find. And also, very importantly, they hold their memory. If you unplug them from the power, there's no, I don't know if they have an internal battery. I don't know if they write to a prom, but they remember. I mean, I set it for 81 degrees and unplugged it all night, and it sat there all night. When I plugged it in the next day, it remembered 81 degrees again. So that's great. That's what you're looking for in case of power failures. And you know, you got the ZooMed mats. They're on the back, the side, and the back of this tank, and they're also on the back of this tank and the side also. Alrighty, that's it. Later.